Hello, so working nice and local today down here in Stubbington in Hampshire on the south coast of England. My first job of the year, and it's the first day of the year that it hasn't rained, so this should be a good one. Fingers crossed it continues. So this is laying some reclaimed paving. It's not a patio as such, it's more of a walkway between a fence and a shed for the customer. They got some pea shingle and it's gone a bit muddy over the years, so they just want a solid base between this area. So that is one section of it which I'll be doing. So it'll be digging out sub base and then laying the 50mm reclaimed slabs, and then there's another section depending on how many slabs we've got left over. Again, they'd like digging down even with some sub base, and whatever remainder of the reclaimed slabs we've got left over will be fitted there as a bit of a hard standing area with some bins for them. So yeah, let's crack on. Okay, I'm going to be paving from where the lawn ends there, between the fence on the left, the shed on the right. That large slab will be coming up. I'm going to be butting up to where those existing slabs are at the far end. All this pea shingle and membrane will be coming up, and I will be leaving 2 tracks either side for some gravel for water runoff. So just getting this top section cleared, then we'll be digging down at 6 inches, 150mm, getting some type 1 sub base in there and getting that compacted in. So I've just cleared this first section out here, and I'm just going to be checking my depths. I will be using a laser level later on, but what I've got here is the tiles or slabs even that I'm going to be laying. They're reclaimed ones. They're 50mm thick, the old school thick ones. So I want to allow for between 100 and 150mm sub base plus a 50mm bed of cement. So I want to be looking at between 200 and 250 from the top of this slab down. Just lay my sub base at the minute here. I'm looking at the just under 230 mark. Here we've got 260. So if I'm going to rate this out, I'm going to be in that parameter. I say it's not going to be a heavily used area here. It's just really for decent area underfoot. The side of this shed here is a walkway through to the front of the back garden. I'm going to keep going at that level there, work my way all the way back, and then rake it over. Then we'll start getting the sub base in and compacting that in. So just working my way back up this way, getting this down to a decent depth, and I've just come across a bit of conduit here which goes up and feeds this water pipe, so just got to be careful of that. And a little bit further up there's an electric pipe, electric cable even in a conduit pipe that runs around that way, the customers told me. So when I get to that I will be extra careful. Other than that, a few bits of rock and old roof tile that have been packed in here, a few tree roots, but yeah, getting it cleared out now, getting it sort of raked and levelled as I go. Okay, so we're all excavated now. I've just taken the laser level out and just checked I've definitely got enough depth for my 150mm of subbase, which I have. I'm going to start bringing that in now. So I've probably still got a couple of hours light left at the end of day one. So see what I can get done in here and we'll be good. Okay, so all I'm doing now, I'm starting to lay this MOT subbase type 1, and I'm going to build it up to 6 inches, 150mm in total. I'm doing it in 3-inch sections, so 75mm, 3 inches up high, get that compacted all the way down, and then I'm going to bring another 3 inches to do the final. That way you get better compaction. If I was going to put 150mm straight away, you're never going to get as good as compaction down on the subbase as you would doing it this way. So this is the way I think it's best practice. Okay, so that's me done. End of day one. This end section here, I've managed to reuse some of the hardcore that I dug out to save on the MOT subbase that I'll be putting in. I've got, this is about 3 inches to about here, and in here you can see I'm at the full level. So I've done a bag of subbase today. I've got my string line up because this slab to here is my gradient, if you like, so I'll be matching up with that. So I've got my 100mm from the bottom of the string line to the subbase, for 50mm for the depth of the slab, 50mm for the cement base I'll be putting. Everything's going to have a little runoff to here. There'll be a little gravel pocket all the way along this edge here for water runoff, and then there'll be full tile continuing down to about here. There'll be a cut here, and as soon as we reach the end of this slab, I'll just be reducing it to one full tile for the rest of it, keeping the gravel pocket to the side for water runoff, and then will be some concrete edging. I'll be concreting in here and here, the other side of the gravel path, just to keep the soil out as a bit of a retainer. So that will do me today. So this has all been dug out, plus a bag of subbase put in by hand. So not a bad day's work. So hopefully the weather will be just as good tomorrow for me. For now, that is me. Good morning, day 2. That's going to get started. The paving, working my way down this end now. That's 4 slabs laid at the moment. These shorter ones here on the side, I was planning to do cuts, but I actually had 4 slabs in this reclaim pile that worked out pretty much the right size. So obviously I'm going to be putting some gravel down that side, but the water is sloping this way and towards me. Gravel down there once obviously the concrete's gone off. So that's the first 4 done. I've got 2 more of these size slabs left here and here, which I'll use, and that'll probably take me to probably here. Might just do me enough to then get this funky little cut done where this step comes out. I'm meeting up to there. So they've gone in quite nicely. I'm now just waiting for some more subsoil to, not subsoil, some subbase even to turn up. I'm not going to lay any more slabs because I'm going to start whacking from about here. So they should be here probably in about half hour's time. I'll get the rest of this whack it down with my tamping plate, and then I will continue with the paving. Okay, little update. So all of the subbase is now laid. That's at a decent level all the way down here. So I'm just going to continue paving down now, get another mix made up, and carry on. So as you can see here, because these are reclaimed, very old slabs, there's a bit of discrepancy in the sizes, so they're not all perfectly 60 by 60. So I've had to leave a little bit of a gap there just to keep this edging line here. But I will be going over this with a dry mix of cement and sand just to fill it in afterwards once it's all dried off. But yeah, you do get that, these slight millimetre changes, and they sort of add up over a few slabs time. Okay, so that's me done, end of day 2. It's Friday afternoon. I'll be back here Monday afternoon. I've already got a small job booked in Monday morning. I'll just get this last bit in here. What I ended up doing was I had a 900 slab and I decided to cut that down and go across here, because from this point on we're going single slab, and as these slabs here, where I've had to keep it in line what was existing, they're actually coming towards the fence, so that just allows me to just bring them over slightly. Doesn't draw your eye to this line. If I'd have kept with these ones, we'd have ended up looking a bit odd on this fence. So that used up 900 up. Customer's very happy with that. I've given it a bit of a mortar chamfer just off that slab there, just to keep the fall coming towards me this way and that way. So that worked nicely. So yeah, I'll be back here Monday afternoon.